Hello, this is Bear172, Supreme Commander of Rebels Legion, and today I want to actually talk to you about the origin story of Rebels Legion. And I'm going to be starting from the beginning and making my way to the rise, the fall, and then the resurgence, as well as the future. So be sure check out for the watch for the latest parts after this. Alright, now I'm going to start off with the beginnings. Alright, now Rebels Legion began small and started off with a few guys, and the main leader was named by Viper. Now, Viper had a few other guys that were with him, and one of them went by the name of Hulk 12345, and him and another guy actually started off small, and they actually had a very good vision for what we know today as a very good club. Now, in time, they took some time off for a little, and then they came back together, and they actually started recruiting. Now, during recruiting, they actually found a couple people that actually helped them very greatly in getting RL to where it is today. And they go by the names of Master Ken and Jedi Jenna. Now, when Viper recruited them, they actually started growing exponentially, and the quality of the members were very phenomenal, all thanks to Jedi Jenna in part. And it actually went very well. Now, after a while, they got fairly large, and they actually created two clubs, and they split off, making the club Delta Force Legion. Now, if you want to hear about their origin stories, you can go over to their page and actually check it out. It's up, and they actually did a very good job with it, so I highly recommend that video. Now, back on topic, after Viper and them actually moved on to that little project, the reins were actually handed over to Lord Maximus, who actually did a very good job at leading Rebels Legion. And what he did was, he actually by far made him one of the best leaders to ever run Rebels Legion. And one of the main attributes that he had was bookkeeping, very good bookkeeping at that, because he knew what members were actually making the meetings, what members were actually doing the lineups, all members that were actually getting on. He actually kept track of everything that Rebels Legion should be doing, and making sure everything is up to par, and making sure we're running as smoothly as possible. Now, while doing his best to run the club, after a while, yeah, he actually no, there was an incident that happened that really shook Rebels Legion's foundation. And that incident was known as the Haggis incident. And during that time, when that happened, the club basically started to fall apart at the seams, all because of a bunch of misunderstandings, bunch possible lies, and a lot of deceit going on behind the scenes. Now, in turn, what that did is the members are the ones that actually suffered, because some of them actually were exiled, and many of them just outright quit. Now, for those that exiled, I want to be doing some videos on that later on, so watch for those when they drop. Now, the ones that left, they pretty much just left because of distrust, and pretty much all this all the lying and all that. It got bad at a time during that whole incident, and Rebels Legion as a whole actually was dissipating and actually just falling apart piece by piece till there was hardly anything left of it. Now, after a while, it was basically at a standstill. Now, when those that came back from exile, that's when things slowly started to pick up. But it wasn't as good as it was before, per se. Now, this time, Max was still the leader, and yeah, can't blame him, because he did his best to keep the people that were still there loyal, and it was basically all kinds of messed up on that. So basically, going forward, we had to move forward the best we could, and after a while, Lord Max actually stepped down, mainly because being busy and all that with like work and actually take real life issues. Now, the one that took over went by the name of Pool Skater. Him, not much really actually happened, so there was just nothing really to say about him as Supreme Commander. So yeah, when he first started, he handed the reins over to me, and yeah, that's pretty much the end of that. Now, I'm going to continue with my story on that and tell you on our research in the next episode. See you there.